to see Revenge the movie, wouldn't you?
And you know what? I don't care, to be honest with you. I mean, it'd be lovely if somebody, but I don't do it because I want to see a movie. I do it because I want to make a comic book. And often the comic book and the film are so different. And I know you're not saying this, but I mean, some people I think there are people out there working in comics who are guilty of creating comics because they think it's a good way of getting a movie off the ground. You know, and I just don't like that sort of approach. You know, and maybe I'm being ungenerous thinking that, but sometimes you see an idea thinking, really, you thought this was a good comic, or did you think this was an easy way of getting a screenplay in front of a studio executive? I don't know whether or not Revenge will particularly benefit from being a film. I think it works great as a comic. You know, so ideally I like that. But I mean, if someone said, yeah, we want to make it a film or TV series, we jump on it, but that's not my dream. But I love, to answer the first part of the question, I love just seeing, even a bad comic book movie, I enjoy seeing it. I mean, I went to see the Doc Savage movie when it came out, and that's still a great memory. You know, just sitting in the cinema, and the film begins, and it's Doc Savage. The Shadow movie was awesome. I mean, it was bad, but it was kind of awesome at the same time. You know, this, who's that guy, that Todd McFarlane character with the silly mask? Yeah, the Spawn movie. The Spawn movie was kind of great as well, and awful. I don't care, I'll go and see anything with a superhero in it. But of the recent movies, the Avengers movie, we had no right to expect that film to be as good as it was. And that set a new bar for me. I've never been the biggest fan of the Chris Nolan Batman movies. I love so much of what they're doing there, but I just wish occasionally they'd give us something to laugh at. You know, it's like so. That last movie where he just spent 2 hours in a hole. I don't pay money to go and see Batman in a hole. You know, that was a bad choice. And I didn't see Batman, I couldn't understand the other bloke. What kind of movie is that? So I'm looking forward to Ben Affleck as Batman. There you go, fanboys. Can't wait for that. I believe the new X-Men movie sounds like it's going to be great. I've seen some of the scripts.
So
I know
good.
because my wife helped out on that. And my wife is obviously the talented one in the family. Let me get there first before you all do. But that looks like it's going to be great as well. I've heard that, I didn't see it, there was a screen on that, but Winter Soldier, everyone was knocked down with Winter Soldier. And Brubaker is such a great comic book writer, so I can't imagine how they could possibly mess that up anyway. So I'm excited about Ant-Man. I've seen Edgar show me some of the footage for Ant-Man. Ant-Man is going to be incredible. Ant-Man's going to be the one. So they're all, you know, we're lucky to be fans at this time, I think. Although part of me, I'm sure like part of you feels like going to people, oh, leave us alone, it's our stuff. You're not allowed to like the Avengers, go away. You know, I've been here much longer than you. I own the Fantastic Four movie that Roger Corman bought out. So, you know, but we've got to let other people in. Because if we don't let other people in, we won't get all this great stuff that's coming our way.
I think it's time to open the floor to questions. So we'll try our best to run around and get a microphone to you.
Green Arrow, Green Arrow, over there.
Out.
Come on, any man who comes
Here's
wearing
the
tights to convention, he goes first.
You're right there.
I think your quiver's making the mic go far.
Question to you touched on sort of things that you tend to read more than others. Is there something you tend to collect more, or have you got a lot of favourites in your own, or Marvel or DC, dare I ask that?
Marine Man's my favourite. I know I'm biased, but you know, yeah, Marine Man. Marine Man. That's my favourite character.
But you can't
I created
your
it.
own characters.
I can, and I will.
You're as bad as Ricky Gervais. You can't sit there bigging yourself up like that. Have a little bit of self-respect.
All right.
Apart from Marine Man.
Apart from Marine Man, probably Superman and Captain America. They were always my favourites.
Superman. I've never got Superman. I mean, I read him sometimes, but he's you know, he flies. That doesn't work. Spider-Man, Ditko period Spider-Man, early when I'm more the period than the character. But I love, when they get Spider-Man right, Spider-Man's great. I'll read any comic if it's in a good phase. I think every comic character I've loved, there have been periods where I thought this is the greatest comic series ever, and there's been periods when I've thought this is the worst comic series ever. You know, I mean, about the time Spider-Man, Jerry Conway was forced to give Spider-Man the Spider-Mobile, and he was fighting Tarantula. That was a bad period for Spider-Man. You know, and then Spider-Man gets great again with Johnny Jr. and these guys working on it now and Dan Slott. Batman I always love. I always read Batman more than Superman. I've never liked Green Lantern. A ring, that's a sucky idea. And that's the only movie I didn't want to see twice. That was a bad film, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember someone from that film called me and said, why did that film not work? I went, because it's Green Lantern!
So true.
So I like, you know, I will read almost any comic as long as it's well written. And it's well, there's so much good stuff out there at the moment. You know, really, we are spoiled. But and if you're not giving the indie guys a chance, and you're mainly Marvel and DC, do pick up some of the Image books. They're not all great, but some of them are just incredible. I'm sure most of you are reading Saga, but Saga is just a wonderful thing. You know, really great read. And so's Thief of Thieves I enjoyed recently. Walking Dead still is growing great. Savage Dragon is a great book. If you like early period like Kirby and Lee Fantastic Four, and you like early Spider-Man stuff, Savage Dragon is great fun. You know, there's a load of really great books out there.